Hey guys, Catcart197 again, and once again filled with Christmas spirit. This time I'll be taking a look at the 1/144th scale high-grade Universal Century GM quel from the Gundam 0083 OVA series, or the also very popular Advance of Zeta series. Now, this mobile suit got about, well, let's think, it got about, I think about 2 seconds during the OVA series, and all of those 2 seconds were spent lying on a trailer, so it didn't see any action during the series it debuted in. Now, I also think it made a little cameo appearance during the Zeta Gundam movies, where it was, acting like a, I don't know, I think it was helping with the launch of the Hazel, I'm not sure. But once again, I didn't see any action during the during the Zeta Gundam movies. Now, as for the Advance of Zeta series, I myself have not read them. So, well, I hope it saw some action, but I can't be sure of that. Well, I'm pretty sure it saw some action. I've seen some pictures of it where it did, well, I think it did see some action, so yeah, I really do hope it saw action because it's a really sweet mobile suit. And of course, at the time it was, well, all the time it was used by the Titans, the supposedly ace unit of the Earth Federation forces. So I really do hope this mobile suit kicked ass. Of course, being the Titans, yeah, this guy also saw action at some, how should I put it? Not quite right operations, such as the, well, I think these guys were the ones that gassed the 30 Bunch colony. So, on to the review itself. For colors, you have a very dark blue for most of the limbs, upper part of the feet, also this part of the chest and the head, and also the backpack. Furthermore, there's black for the chest, side skirt armor, bottom of the feet, also this gun, and then there's gray for, of course, most of the joints, part of the hands, thrusters here, yellow only for these 2 vents, the top ones are stickers, and a very nice dark yellow clear visor. So for normal stickers, you get the front face camera, the back camera, these 2, yeah, I don't know what they are, maybe they're also cameras. On the bottom of the legs, of course, the little V thing here, scratch, like I already pointed out, these yellow parts here. And quite surprisingly, also a nice green one on the scope of the gun. Not a lot of 1/144th scales do that. Well, 1/144 high grades, of course. And of course there are also some nice additional marking stickers, such as the Titan symbol here, number sticker here, more number stickers, more Titan stickers, and of course also stickers for the Titans test team, TTT. Of course, the Titans test team stickers, well, they're not for this kit, they're for the other kits, such as the Hazel, and then there was also a Harairo thing, yeah, that mobile suit. So you won't get to use all of those stickers on this guy, unless you, of course, want him to be part of the test team. So, onto articulation. The head doesn't move a lot forwards, and that's because, well, the inside of the face somehow, yeah, limits it. So I'm gonna try to cut it off, and I'll show you how it went at the end of the review. So backwards, nicely. Of course, the head's on a double joint. It's connected here and inside the body. Also made it so that it can extend a little bit by cutting away some of the neck joint. Just the same as I did with my GM Custom, by the way. Now, for the arms, we'll of course rotate all the way around. We'll move outward somewhat on a joint. Go up about that far. We'll rotate below the shoulder. Whoops. We'll the arms bend on 2 joints and go up really nicely. And of course the hand will wiggle and fall apart like you just saw. I'm not gonna put that back in, and you'll find out soon enough why. Now, the waist here has some really nice features. It goes forwards and backwards really nicely. And for a kid that age, that's pretty damn good. It doesn't go side to side, unfortunately, but still, that's really nice. I really wonder why they didn't do that with the Gym Custom, for example. Side skirts are of course molded together, but can be separated. Like goes out that far and back until it hits skirt armor. Oh yeah, it will also move around all the way. Legs go out really nicely, like that. Feet do move a little bit side to side, so it... Oh. Whoops. So, it does make a nice stance like that. Not far. The knees are double jointed, and you get about that much movement from them, a bit more than 90 degrees. Feet will wiggle, go forwards a really nice amount, and backwards not all that much. Of course, the little armor piece here will also move somewhat. So, that's all for articulation, and now for accessories. Well, like I've already shown, the hand comes apart quite easily. He comes with his very nice gym rifle, which he can hold to a certain extent. This hand isn't coming apart. Yeah, as you can already see, there's a little crack here. So when you move him around a little bit, it should fall off. The hand's surprisingly sturdy today. Ugh. So yeah, the hand isn't the greatest of all of the hands I've ever seen. It pretty much suffers from the same problem all the gyms have suffered from. Well, all of the recent gym models. So that's really unfortunate. And also, of course, comes with extra hands. One to hold the beam saber. Problem being, this literally won't stay together. It doesn't matter how hard you try to push it in. You literally have to glue it. Well, the positive side is, even if you glue it, you can still put the beam saber in it, so yeah. Also, there are only 3 hand covers for 4 hands, but you can swap them around, so that's not really a big of a deal. So it comes with the left open hand and another left trigger finger, which is really nice. But once again, it doesn't really like to hold the rifle all that well. But still, it's a really nice feature for a 1/144th scale kit. I think, well, not a lot of model kits come with an extra left hand, other than the Dynamis and the other versions of Dynamis. And Strike Noir, I can't really think of any others, so that's really nice. Now, if only they'd work, man. And of course, also comes with a shield, really securely. Doesn't really fall off, unlike the hands, and will of course fit in both arms, like that. And of course it also comes with 2 very nice pink beam sabers that will of course have no problem at all fitting in the handle. Now wait, they don't. Yeah, the problem can be one of 2. You might not be able to tell, but this isn't a round gap. There's kind of like a little part cut out, so it's more like an oval. Well, these beam sabers have round pegs, so none of the 2 will fit in the beam saber handle. Which means that I'll probably have to cut them out. Yeah. That's, well, yeah. Either they included the wrong beam sabers, or they simply fucked up on the molding of the beam saber. Either way, it's something that could have been prevented. Now, since this guy uses a lot of the Hazel runners, there are of course a lot of parts that come with it. Most of them are completely useless. So let's start with a few ones that could be useful. For example, this is our bottom part here. So this one's gray, that one's dark blue. Take your pick, I say. One thing I should notice is that it literally clicks on here, so once you have it connected, you're probably not going to be able to separate them again, unless you, well, want to risk breaking the pegs here. Now, another useful one is an additional connector for the shield. Yeah, shield can of course be mounted on the side or on the back here. Now, some of the more useless ones, two yellow things. Our color parts. This one won't fit because the one on Jim Quell has these these ridges included. This one does not have them. Two things. Two other things. And two additional vents. Of course, that means that this machine is a bit too pricey for what you get because of all this extra useless stuff here, which is quite unfortunate. So I grabbed my hobby knife, had some fun with this guy. Now, after a bit of cutting, the beams will fit in the beam saber. And as for the head, before I had some fun with it, the head went down till about here. Now, it goes down all the way to there. So pretty much what you want to do is use this yellow piece as like a ruler of some kind to show you where you can cut it, and simply cut it off. You won't see it anyways because of the face mask. So, as always, the inevitable question is, do you want to buy this? Or would you want Santa Claus giving this to you? Well, in the end, I'd say no, there are better alternatives than the Gym Quell. For example, the Gym Custom. So for the Gym Quell, rundown is, it's a solid model kit, but there isn't really anything going for it. And also, these legs are just way too chunky and bulky for the Gym Quell. I mean, they really should have redesigned those. Well, let's see if I can give a little accurate comparison. Yeah. These should be as thick as the one on the Gym Custom. So they in theory they should be identical with the exception of this little part here. So yeah, as for the overall design, well, I do think that has something to do with the advance of Zeta, with those designs being a bit more bulky and stuff, but still, I don't really like this design. So, well, for articulation, of course, articulation is really nice, but it's nothing that hasn't been done on the other gym models. For accessories, you only get, of course, the gym rifle, the shield, and that's all, and of course a very nice left trigger finger hand. Now, of course, that would all be great if they could actually hold the weapons. The Gym Custom comes with a very nice, slightly bent hand to hold his gym rifle, so that it holds it in a more natural way, like this, like a little bit bent. The Gym Quell, however, does not, so the rifle is always in kind of like an awkward position, especially if you're trying to aim it, or if you're like trying to position it with the other hand. I mean, I guarantee that the hands will pop off once you start like moving them around a lot. So, well, quite unfortunate because I was expecting a lot from this model kit, especially if you consider that this is 2007 and the Power Gym is 2006, so I was expecting him to be slightly better than this, so I'm kind of disappointed. And yeah, that's really it. I can't really recommend him. Of course, another little comparison with his brother from Seed. And there you have it. Now, for a little request made by Night Slash, a quick rundown between these two. So, yeah, where to start? Articulation is pretty much identical. I have to say that the engineering of the inside of the leg is kind of different. Another little difference is with the Gym Custom, you of course get these round things that are molded separately while they are different, while they are molded in the exact same part. Gym Quel, same goes on the feet here. Now for molding, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I mean, first of all, I should say the molding is completely different, even on the parts that look the same. Everything on the Gym Custom is different from the Gym Quel. So, if you'd had to choose between these two, definitely go for the Gym Custom. The Gym Quel is around 1,200 yen, so that's like 12 euros, $15. And Gym Custom is 1,300 yen, 13 euros, I guess around $16. So for 100 yen extra, you get a lot more in a Gym Custom and a lot better quality. The only real, the only thing the Gym Quel does better than the Gym Custom is left trigger hand and the waist. Gym Custom also has it a little bit, but the Gym Quel does it better. So, that was Kakarot 197, and I wish all of you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And of course, see you at the next review.